Let's play with some genius beauty products from Amazon. The question is, are they really genius? First product is this one right here. This is the Essie Naturals. They're anti-aging rapid reduction eye cream. This has over 2,500 reviews, 4 stars, and supposedly it visibly reduces wrinkles and dark circles in 120 seconds, like instantaneously. On the back, it says right here that you have to keep still while you apply the eye cream and allow it to set for 2 minutes, and then you should see the instant results. So I figured I would do one eye and Andre would do one eye, and we would compare them 1 to 1 to see who has the better results. And I feel like I have dark circles, you know, from lack of sleep because of baby. Let's put this to a test. And this does retail for a whopping $24.99. So step 1, wash and dry skin, done. Step 2, you press the pump gently to dispense a small amount of cream on your fingertip, about half the size of a pea for each eye. Apply the eye cream gently over wrinkled areas that you want smoothened. And it says, take care to avoid your eyes. And we're gonna put it on right away for 2 minutes. So far it feels pretty good. Actually feels very cooling. Whoa, hold up. I already see it working. Do you see that? It like blurred it out. It's almost, we got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like it didn't get rid of the dark circle. I feel like it kind of exaggerated it. Do you see that? Compared 1 to 1. It's a little bit darker right here, but the thing is, it completely like blurred the bottom portion. And you can it kind of feels like a primer, like a blurring primer. I think the second ingredient was dimethicone, or is dimethicone. Yep, it's water, and then it's dimethicone. Dimethicone is a really popular primer ingredient. So I feel like this is like straight up a primer for your eyes. You can definitely feel it under your eyes. It kind of has like a pulling sensation. Looking really close, especially when I smile, I'm not seeing as many wrinkles right here. You can kind of see the little bag, but it's not as intense. And it feels really smooth. Like I can really see the wrinkles right here, the crow's feet. They're not exactly crow's feet, but they're getting there. And on this side, I can barely see them. Like it really smoothed the skin out, really blurred it. But I think this is all for like instant, like they were saying. I don't think it actually does anything. It's more essentially like a primer that just primes underneath. So I'm really curious to see how this is gonna work with concealer underneath, which that's why I'm gonna do 1 to 1. I really wanna see at the end of the day. At the end of the day, how the concealer is going to look and wear, because if this is gonna be bomb for concealers underneath the eye to not settle in your fine lines, incredible. Babe, your turn.
Okay.
2 minutes, time. How does it feel? Does it feel cold, cooling, like I was saying?
Yeah, but it's wet, so like
True.
anything wet's gonna feel cooling. Called convection, guys.
2 minutes have gone by, and yeah, I see a difference already. The one thing, it's like exaggerated now, like all of your color underneath. Do you see that? You look like you have more blue on your left side.
I mean, it definitely looks blurred, like you were
Yeah.
saying. And when I'm not smiling, like there's more wrinkles here, less wrinkles there. I just wonder how many times I can smile before I break the...
Yeah, it starts cracking.
Yeah, crack it.
Yeah. It looks a little more wrinkly on your left side now when you smile.
Yeah, it folds weirdly now.
Yeah, it folds really weird
It,
on you.
it makes a big fold now instead of tiny little ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as elastic anymore.
Yeah, do it again. Yeah, it looks more, it looks like you have fake skin on.
That's weird, yo.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna apply some concealer. This is by Dior Forever. This is their Skin Correct, and I'm in shade 1CR. This is not good with concealer. It's not blending it out. Look, you see that? Huge difference. It's like stuck. I can even feel it sitting right there on the eye cream. Ooh, yeah, look at it. It's not letting the concealer blend at all. Even with my finger, it's not letting it blend out. And the thing is, I did let it set for at least 10 minutes while I was filming Andre and before I applied makeup. So I definitely gave it a lot of time to set and not be really tacky. And when I did touch it, it felt really nice and dry and soft. So that's why I really wanted to see if I could put makeup on. But you can see a huge difference. It looks super cakey and it really oxidized the concealer. That's a huge difference. I'm gonna try to do another layer of a different concealer, a lighter shade. This is by Hourglass. Just try to blend this in. You know what? I'm gonna use my finger. That's so weird. It's definitely not a primer because a primer doesn't really do that. Primer just helps smooth everything out. This made my under eye look even worse. Same shades, completely different results. Whoa, I didn't expect that because it actually felt like a really nice soft blurring primer underneath the eye, and it just did not deliver. This next genius product is by the brand Besame. It's a refill, I didn't get the actual thing, but this retails for around $25. So this right here, this is their 1920 mascara cake. This is for your lashes, for your eyebrows, and eyeliner. I picked up the shade brown because I wanted to see maybe it would look good on all three of my face parts. My lashes, my eyeliner, and my eyebrows. Let's open this up, my face parts. Wow, it literally looks like a chocolate. Make sure this is not around your chocolates because it literally looks like a chocolate. And it's straight up just like a bar. So I do have a spoolie and then an angled brush on one side. So let's start first with the eyebrows before I get the spoolie dirty. And I'm gonna get this wet, or just this right here wet. So far it's definitely forgiving because I didn't actually wet the bar. I just wet the brush. It looks like it's doing something. It's a very soft color. Just working that in and then just go on the back of my hand. There you go, see? A lot more pigment payoff. I just want to start off nice and small for the brows. It definitely pulls red when it's activated. You can even see the difference right there when it's wet versus when it's dry. So maybe when it dries, it's gonna be nice and dark. Try not to apply too much pressure to the brows. I wonder if this is gonna stay on all day. So it's water activated, but it's water resistant.
I'd say long lasting.
Long lasting, okay. I'm gonna use my Benefit 24-hour brow gel. I think this brow gel makes anything look good. Okay, let's go try eyeliner now. You can see that with that one layer, it's very light, it's not opaque. So you definitely have to keep working in layers. It's definitely very, very fluid if you get it nice and wet. You can there is definitely payoff, you can see that, but it's not like a really opaque brown eyeliner. I'm just going back over to see how much I can layer this on, and it's not layering that good, you guys. I don't know if you can see that right there. It literally looks bald. So let's move on to mascara time. I'm just using a spoolie. Why are you laughing at me, Jackie?
Mascara time.
Mascara time. Let's try this. Is anything happening? I can definitely feel that it's wet, but the color is barely depositing to the lashes. Yeah, it's definitely applying a little bit, but you can see the difference from my right to the left side. Not much happening, like you're really gonna have to sit here and build it up. And it's becoming really dry and flaky, but this is just so much work, you guys. Okay, I wanna show you guys a quick before and after, and my hands are all dirty from this product. But wow, this is a lot of work for a very minimal amount of product. It's way too much work. And you can see even on the package right here, this is all of the flakiness when it dries. So that's why I was getting a ton of flaking on my cheeks. I think the best part about this looks like chocolate, but I can't eat it, so that sucks. We'll see how long this wears. It looks like it's kind of set. This has been sitting on the back of my hand for quite some time, and just by the looks of this, how easy it is to smudge, I'm not sure how long it really is, like long wearing as they say, because look at that. If I can do this really easily, then I feel like it's just gonna go everywhere. This product seems really interesting. This is by Revlon. This is their Oil Control on the Go Oil Absorbing Roller, retailing for $12.99 on Amazon. So this right here basically instantly absorbs excess oil on the skin. It's reusable and easy to wash. And it has some kind of real volcanic stone on here. Very, very fascinating. I wanna see if I can do maybe like half of my forehead to see if it's gonna take any of that shininess away. But I am gonna use this with me throughout the day and see how it's going to look. But let's see if it gives an instant result like it says. I'm just trying to be very gentle. This roller, it's not as rolly. You can see you see that it's getting a little little bit wet looking with the oils. I'm trying not to like press it too hard onto the skin. I don't want it to take off any makeup. But look at that. You see that? So you have to barely press to really get that ball rolling. But look at that difference.
Yeah, I can see the difference. Wow.
No, that actually looks pretty good. And it feels nice, actually. Whoa, look at that difference. I feel like it kind of blurred it out, too. Oh, yeah, you can see that right there? That looks like either foundation or oils. Okay, so you press it, you click it, and you remove it.
Is it genius?
Yeah. I think this one right here kind of blew my mind the most. Because it looks very gimmicky and it sounds gimmicky. You know how they're like, oh, it's real volcanic stone. You know, it just sounds so gimmicky, but it actually works. And I like how tiny it is. Keep it in your purse, in your bag, in your pockets. And they're saying this is supposed to replace your blotting sheet, so that way this you can just keep reusing. And Jackie was saying that they recommend to use like a soft cleanser to wash the stone with, and then just let it sit, air dry, and then you're ready to use. So far, this is the best $12.99 I've spent. Let's move on to the next genius product. This right here is called the Lay and Go Cosmo Cosmetic Makeup Bag. Retailing for $19.99. It's a washable cosmetic bag that pretty much lays flat, and then once you're done, you use this drawstring, you close it, and you're good to go. So I think that's really cool. Let's open this up and try it out. One side, or on the top, you have this pocket that you can store. What did they put in here? It looks like they put jewelry, they put a watch in there. So that's kind of cool. And then right here, this is for brush holders. And then everything else you just kind of toss on top of here. So let's try it. So I'm assuming you just take your little drawstring and you basically, whoa. Okay, hold up. Okay, this is as much as I can do it, and it looks like I tightened the hole really well. Look at that, that was pretty neat. I feel like I shoved quite a bit of product in here. And then you just take this off. Just open this back up. That's legit. Okay, this is really nice. And the one thing I do want to mention, it is a little bit padded on the inside. It's not super thin and flimsy like I was thinking. It has a little bit of padding, which is really nice. I did get this nice and dirty with that cake mascara, and there's a little bit on the surface of this bag. I want to see how easy it is to wash off. Oh, look at that. Wiped it right off. We want to see if the flat iron's gonna fit. So I'll just put it right in the middle, halfway, and then let's take the drawstrings. Honestly, you can, yeah, there you go. We figured this out. There you go. This is how you tighten it. You use the end of the strings to secure it. Got it. And it's nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. Fit one hair tool in there with my makeup. That's kind of cool. I just love how it goes flat, but it still has this little surface around, kind of like a pizza, you know?
Simple, but
very effective and genius. Last but not least, I saved the cutest little product. Look how cute this is. This is soap, legit. It's actual soap sheets. There's 50 of them in here, and this retails for $6.99 on Amazon. So cool, literally reminds me of Listerine. But what you do is you just take a little sheet and then you activate it with water and you wash your hands with soap. How cool is that? And it does actually smell really, really nice. It kind of has a little coconut. It's just a very clean scent. I really want to see how easy it is to get this activated. So let's try it out. All right, I'm just grabbing one sheet. I'm gonna put it on the one palm and then get the one hand wet and then just kind of foam it, lather it on, and see if it foams. Oh, look at that. It literally becomes invisible once it gets nice and activated. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is really intense. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Wow, that's really nice. Ooh, and it's really nice. It's a really nice soap. It doesn't feel dry. Oh, Okay. It doesn't feel dry. You know how a lot of like hand soaps, they have like that like drying feeling, but then they also have like a film on them and your hands feel really dirty or sticky afterwards. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it feels very clean. And the scent is very mild. It's very clean. So the soap sheets are pretty bomb. I think these are great. Jackie was mentioning even like if you go to a public restroom and a lot of the times they have the pump dispenser instead of the automatic dispenser. If you don't like to touch that or you just get kind of grossed out, really awesome for mommies especially to keep in their diaper bag. Just for anybody in general to keep in their purse, their bags, car, anywhere. All right, you guys, we're gonna leave it there. I think my top 3, the makeup bag, the roller, and the soap sheets. Really awesome. The other one, I would say the mascara. This is kind of, it's really fun. It's really unique. It's very different. But I think nowadays there's just so many awesome modern makeup products that this right here is more for aesthetics, and their actual packaging where the refill goes into, it's actually really beautiful and really vintage looking. So if you're into like vintage items, if you're into collectibles, you might like that. But this right here, if you're gonna use this product, I don't think it's worth it. The first product, the instant under eye cream. So Andre kept his on, he didn't do the other side. He really wanted, well, we all wanted to see how it's going to look. It's been an hour already, and his under eye, it looks crusty. It makes him look really a lot older. Like his eyes just, it accentuates every little wrinkle, and like I said, it looks super crusty and kind of disgusting. It looks like you haven't washed your eyes, I would say, like over a week.
Typical stuff, yeah.
I think it's a complete fail. It looks good for the first 10 minutes. I'm doing the update for the Cake Mascara and the Revlon. Let's do basically the forehead and do like a nice before and after, because you can definitely see it's a little bit shiny. So let's see how well this works. Again, I am just barely pressing, and you can see that's just straight up oil that it's picking up. It looks exactly the same as blotting sheets because they get wet. You barely have to press. And it look at that. Are you kidding me? Wow. Can you hear that? I think that's the only thing I would say that's negative. If you're out and about and it gets super quiet and then it's just randomly like I just want to do the one side of my face to really see a difference. You can see the difference in color also. Wow, that's really good. Still A+ in my book. So the Cake Mascara and the eye cream, I think they were a fail. It's a huge no-no for makeup. Like I said, I tried to let it really set and not budge. Like I said, it was over 10 minutes before I applied the makeup on top of this product. And it doesn't say anywhere on the package that you can't apply makeup on top of this. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's good for, honestly. Maybe when you just wake up and you want to take a nice picture, Zoom meeting, and you don't want to look so tired, you want to look very blurred and airbrushed underneath your eyes, this is good. But then if you're going to be in person, you're going to start smiling, you'll be able to see all of those wrinkles and they're going to be really exaggerated. Going on to the Cake Mascara, I think this is a really great concept, but quality, wear time, it's bad. The mascara is smudging really bad. The eyeliner is pretty much gone. It looks like the eyeliner has been on my face, I would say, for a couple of days. I've been sleeping on it, you know, it's like smudged, it's disappearing in certain areas. So like I said, I like the idea. I think it's more of a novelty type of a product for people that love vintage items, vintage makeup, things like that. But for an everyday use, I think it's not convenient and it's not functional. Please let me know if you have tried any of these products, which one is your favorite and why. But for now, guys, thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye.
Thank you.